Last but not least are sprinklers. And we looked at a number of the sprinklers that we have available, and they almost all work on pivots. The standard impacts work on top of the pipe. The rotators are popular, and we talked about those. We can put them on top of the pipe, or we could put them on drops coming off the pipe. We can use sprays and spinners, and the wobbler or the nutator that we looked at, the kind that kind of oscillated in all directions. So any of the different sprinkler types are a possibility. Now we're going to get into the coverage of them, and we'll look at that in specific when we get into water application, and we'll look at how some of those fit up. Yes, Bob?
Why is it that when they have drops, they tap into the top of the pipe and the bottom?
Question is, why would the drops, why do they come off the top of the pipe instead of the bottom? Well, there's a couple reasons. It gives them the flexibility. If they want to put top mounts, they can still go back and convert it to top pipe, sprinklers on the top. Another thing is all the debris comes along the bottom of the pipe that's in the water, and you'd just be filtering all the crud right into the sprinklers if you had the holes on the bottom of the pipe. You just keep kind of letting that float to the end of the line and hopefully flush it out the end at the system. Sure. You bet. So you're really skimming the cleanest water off the top. We're out here at the center pivot on campus, and we simply have a small 2-tower machine. This is a small pipe machine. It's a 4.5-inch pipe. The standpipe is a 6-inch standpipe coming up into the 4.5-inch elbow and then going out the span at 4.5-inch. We also have a 4-inch pipe delivering water into the system and isolating valves so that we can turn the water on and off from a remote water supply, which also operates some of the other irrigation on campus. So we do have just an on-off butterfly valve in the system, and then we have an electric valve that can turn the water on and off to the pivot. So if we want to run this thing automatically, we simply turn the isolating valve in the on position and then let the pivot tell itself when it wants to water, and it will tell this valve when to turn on and off. This is just a solenoid, electric solenoid operated globe valve, 4-inch, that's providing water into this system. And this pivot runs somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 gallons a minute on the top end, when the end gun would run on the end of the tower. All the electrical apparatus is controlled here in the panel box. So we have power coming underground through conduit up into this panel box. It goes down and it just tracks out to the nearest transformer, which is part way across campus. Power comes into the panel box, 480 volts 3-phase,